I need to get them answers quick. Okay, I'm going. Oh, gosh. All right, get ready in 3, 2, and you're live. Kipo will be removed from Netflix in June 2026. However, I'm here to inform you that this does not mean it is the end of the road for Kipo. Let me outline for you why Kipo is leaving Netflix, where you likely will be able to watch the show, and whether there will be any new adventures coming from Kipo's crew. The news of Kipo leaving is confusing at first because Kipo in the Age of Wonderbeasts is billed as a Netflix original. So when we hear that it's being removed, it can be interpreted as the IP being effectively shelved by Netflix for an indeterminate amount of time. While that can be true for other shows, this is not necessarily the case for Kipo. You see, in legalese, a show being billed as a Netflix original does not automatically mean that the property is owned by Netflix. It can also mean that Netflix simply holds the exclusive distribution contract for said IP. Such is the case for the show Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts. To put it plainly, Netflix did not and does not own the show, the characters, or the world of Kipo. It only owned the distribution rights. What made it a Netflix original is that Netflix had exclusive streaming rights to the show. This is confirmed by the official trademark that was registered on April 12, 2022. Here it clearly outlines that DreamWorks Animation is the owner of the intellectual property Kipo and the Age of the Wonderbeasts. You can also see here that Netflix is billed only as a distributor. So back to the question at hand. Why is Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts being removed from Netflix? Well, historically, Netflix's standard exclusive distribution agreements typically last between 5 to 7 years. Kipo originally premiered on Netflix on January 14th, 2020, meaning June 2026, which is when it's scheduled to be removed, puts Kipo right at 6.5 years on the platform. The license seems to have expired, and either Universal, which is the parent company of DreamWorks Animation, or Netflix chose not to renew. Why? Well, your guess is as good as mine at this point. Maybe if you guys subscribe and hype this video enough, the creator will see it and will get those answers. Now, where will you likely be able to watch Kipo? Well, no disclaimer. We are moving from hard facts to the speculative, and it is important to remember for this conversation that DreamWorks, the company that owns Kipo, is owned by Universal, NBC Universal. Okay, bye. Official announcements have been made as of yet. I hypothesize that we will see the show reappear on Peacock. You see, Peacock is currently owned by Universal/NBC Universal, and they are going to want to continue to build their streaming library with strong, well-loved original IPs in order to entice audiences to subscribe to their own streaming platform. Kipo has built a mighty army of fans that 5 years on still love and celebrate the show in a time where new fandoms sprout up by the minute. Now, how long will it take before it migrates there? Well, that really depends on what all is in the pipeline. For example, if Mr. Rad and the crew are planning a standalone movie or perhaps a prequel, then they may wait until that development is closer to being completed. Then they could add Kipo to Peacock, let people get hyped that the show was available again, bringing in old and new audiences alike, let the popularity reach its peak, and just as the spike begins to level off, they announce the new project is dropping. This causes the popularity to spike again. Just as the metaphorical rocket reaches the stratosphere, the new project drops and gets to coast on all the hype. Again, this is just my personal theory, but please feel free to drop your own thoughts in the comments below, and I'd love to explore your theories as well. Will there be any new adventures coming from Kipo's crew? About a year ago, I posted this video. Is Kipo and the Age of Wonderbeasts getting new seasons? It's a strong possibility. Recently, the creator was promoting a new movie that he's working on, which sounds amazing, by the way, but that's for another video. And one person commented that they wish that Kipo would get more seasons. The creator replied, and he said, there may be something in the works. He's currently in discussions, and there's no promises right now, but maybe something's coming out. I still stand by this, and this is actually what is fueling my personal theory I just mentioned. I doubt he was shocked that the distribution license with Netflix would not be renewed. I'm also sure that he understands how the industry works and would not want to unnecessarily upset the fan base. As of the time of reporting, he has not shared any contradictory statements to this, thus far. So we can only go from his word that something is still in the works. Developments take years, guys. Some even take a decade. Just because the show is being removed from one streaming platform due to a distribution agreement expiring doesn't mean it's time to throw in the towel. Okay? That being said, Kipo fans, maybe don't hold your breath for a new development at this time, but still don't lose hope. The pink jaguar ain't saying yet. Follow for more and stay cute.